What if the greatest mystery in history isn't what we don't know, but what we were told incorrectly? For centuries, ancient civilizations have been surrounded by myths, simplifications, and repeated mistakes. Today, we're not uncovering secrets, we're correcting the story. One of the most repeated claims in history is this: the Maya civilization mysteriously disappeared. This idea appears in textbooks, documentaries, and popular culture. Cities swallowed by jungle, knowledge lost overnight, a civilization that simply vanished. But this is not what happened. The Maya did not disappear. They collapsed, slowly, unevenly, and for very human reasons. At their height, the Maya were one of the most advanced civilizations in the world. They built complex cities, mastered astronomy, developed sophisticated calendars, and engineered vast agricultural systems. Their collapse was not caused by ignorance, it was caused by systemic stress. Power became fragmented, rival city-states competed instead of cooperating, environmental pressure increased as forests were cleared and droughts intensified. Belief systems that once stabilized society could no longer adapt to change. Some cities were abandoned, others survived for centuries longer. There was no single moment of disappearance, only a long process of decline. Calling this a mystery makes the story easier to digest. But it also hides the truth. The Maya collapse was not an unsolved riddle. It was a warning. Another common misconception is this: ancient Egypt was only about pyramids. When people think of Egypt, they imagine massive tombs, mysterious rituals, and monuments built for the dead. But pyramids were not the center of Egyptian civilization. They were the symbol. What truly sustained Egypt for thousands of years was an extraordinary system of administration, agriculture, and social organization. The Nile River provided predictable cycles of flooding, allowing food production to remain stable across generations. Bureaucrats recorded harvests, officials managed resources, belief reinforced order rather than resisting change. Pyramids were not built by mystery, they were built by organization. Reducing Egypt to monuments alone turns a living civilization into a static image. And that misunderstanding hides why Egypt endured longer than almost any civilization in history. Perhaps the most persistent misconception of all is this: ancient people were less intelligent than we are. This belief feels intuitive. After all, they lived without modern science, without advanced machines, and without digital technology. But intelligence does not disappear with time. It adapts. Ancient engineers calculated loads and balance. Astronomers tracked planetary cycles. Administrators managed populations, resources, and complex economies. They solved different problems with different tools. What we call progress is often the accumulation of systems, not an increase in intelligence. Believing that ancient people were inferior makes their achievements seem mysterious. But when we recognize their intelligence, history becomes understandable. The mystery fades, the lesson remains.